Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Warriors to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Pacers. Allen is up there with Mahini. And there's Hill. Then it's Ellis. And it's George in the three, the small forward.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
It's Curry with the drive. Bogut the pass to Thompson. It's stolen by Hill. Kicks it to Ellis. Tries to save it. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Here's Barnes. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
On the wing, George connects from three-point range.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry kicks to Thompson. There's the dish to Green. Back to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Feeds it to Bogut. The drive by Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Bogut dishes to Curry. And it's Golden State with another.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Hill kicks to Allen. It's stolen by Green. At the top of the key, Curry. Thompson outside. Fires the three. And another three for Golden State. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's Curry. Following the basket by George Hill. And Allen with the block.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
Thompson with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
It's George on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
You love the close out on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. I remember also in high school he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
So it's the Pacers now, trailing by 10. Hill passes to George. Hill has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Hill's got his second bucket of the game to go. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting. His mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Allen for three. It's hauled in by Bogut.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark. And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Tipped away. Green dishes to Curry. Back to Green. 5 to shoot. Curry can't get it to go.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
Right side, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here is Hill. Pass to Mahimi. Good on the shot.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw this game. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And taken away by Ellis. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Curry. 11 feet away. And Andrew Bogut, the bucket on the assist by Curry.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Some changes for Golden State. Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. 6 to shoot. Outside, George. Some nice passing here by Indiana.
You know, really doing a good job of getting into the teeth of that defense here.
That's 6 of their last 10 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Rush. Green, the screen. Has to Rush. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Livingston passes to Iguodala. But they get it back. Rush from outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, here's Mahimi. Tight defense on him. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Draymond Green. Hill dishes to Mahimi. He kicks to Allen. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the rejection by Azili. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Iguodala's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And it's George missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Here's Rush. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And our old partner Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Here's Hill. Hill passes to Miles. 5 on the clock. Young in the corner. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team. Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Over in the corner, Livingston passes it to Barbosa. There's the pick. Inside. Rush. Flews off the pick and hammers it home.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
1:05 left to play here in the first. Livingston kicks to Rush. Here is Livingston, defended by Young. And there's the foul. It's going to go on Solomon Hill. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's kind of got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically, good frame. He's a low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now here's Ellis. Mahinmi dishes to George. And Leandro Barbosa gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Both free throws good from Hill. Warriors leading by 12. Now here's Iguodala. 5 points in the game. Barnes passes to Ezeli. And Rush kicks to Barbosa. Out to the wing. Paul George with the steal. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Warriors ahead. They lead by 12. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Smooth sailing from an offensive standpoint thus far.
No other way to put it, Greg. They've made it really look easy so far.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Lavoy Allen. And it's George in the 3. Shot clock at 2. And stolen by Barnes.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now Hill, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's Allen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Ezeli's checked in for the Warriors. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Thompson against George. And stolen by Barnes. And the pass to Thompson. There's the three. And again, no good by Golden State. Hill kicks to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Paul George.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Hill. Outside for George. Clock at 6. Mahimi dishes to Hill. Looking for Allen and gets it there. And the rejection by Ezeli. Thompson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Some nice passing by Golden State. The feed to Curry. Ezeli the pass to Barnes. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Here's George. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation. In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside. But he can't get it going here. Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Ezeli inside. Defended by Allen. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Pacers trail by 10. Hill dishes to George. Allen passes to Ellis. To the paint.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now is when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up. And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Warriors leading by 8. Lets it go. Here's Ezeli. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Dishes it to Ezeli. Here's Livingston. And again, no good by Golden State.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, Impressive physically. 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural, watch out, watch out. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
George, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And a footnote to Ezeli. One of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization, and I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Steph Curry. And George gets to Allen. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Indiana didn't have a great record on the road last season. Only went Clark 15 and 26 on the year, and it cost them down the stretch.
It really did, Kevin. I mean, the Pacers had a bumpy year with all of the injuries, particularly with George being out for most of the year. His absence was most noted in those tough road games, I think.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Rush in for Klay Thompson. Kicks to Rush. Golden State moving the ball around.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the Pacers call time here.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
Hill with it. He's got 8. He feeds it to Ellis. Here's Mahimi. And Iguodala with a clear path to the hoop.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get. That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here's Ellis. And again, unable to change momentum here. Iguodala outside. He dishes it to Livingston. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. Some changes for Indiana. Young dishes to Hill. Turner with the screen for Hill. Inside. It's stolen by Green. Here's Rush. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Rush has got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Now Rush. Harrison Barnes missing on the three. Rush the pass to Ejected. And that one's good. Barnes has got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Now here is Hill. Hill. Soft touch off the glass.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish the league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
And the foul on Miles Turner.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Indiana on D. 19-point game. Iguodala kicks to Barbosa. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
The dish to Bogut. It's stolen by Hill. And it's Hill penetrating. The kick out to Hill. Indiana moving it around. Back to Young. That one goes. Count it.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
The dish now to Bogut. Feeds to Barnes. Barbosa passes to Barnes. Back to Barbosa. Clock at 4. Here's Bogut.
Boy, that's his 2nd foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The Warriors have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, you've got to be able to knock down your free throws if you're going to keep a team that's behind you at bay. When you don't make your free throws, that's a good way to let the other team back into the game.
Here's Hill, and it's sent back by Bogut.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And here is Turner, and it's Hill with the jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors lead by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
I tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 18 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Rush. And it's Bogut in a center. So that's the group out there for Golden State. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Young dishes to Miles. And Brandon Thrush gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Indiana. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Bogut. Over to the wing. Pass to Curry. It's stolen by Hill. Jumps up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
Allen kicks to Hill. To the middle. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
They set the pick. Pass to Bogut. Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
George passes to Hill. Curry brings the double. Allen kicks to Ellis. And George, here we go. And he gets it to go. George has got 20 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Curry. 7 points in the game. He kicks it to Bogut. Curry dishes to Rush. Back to Curry. Passes it to Bogut. A fadeaway. And Rush kicks to Bogut. Barnes passes to Curry. Back to Barnes. Bogut with a clean look. Again, the miss by Bogut.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Curry wide open. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Allen with it. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. Now Mahimi. Rush grabs the miss. Rush has got his 4th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Harrison Barnes. Livingston dishes to Thompson. It's Curry with the drive. Bogut the pass to Thompson. No good from the wing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Curry against Hill. And Thompson kicks to Green. The pass to Bogut. For the 3.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the 3 as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Mahimi dishes to George. And he gets it to go. 6 points for Monte Ellis.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High-character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Warriors leading by 15. Here's Curry. He's got 9. Green. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Mahimi. The shot from the low post is good.
Assist from
Mahimi's got 6.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Curry attacking. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 5. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 10 points for Draymond Green.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavericks.